when they got James Harden, there was a lot of naysayers saying that it'll never be able to work because you got two guys that are ball dominant. But what we forget about James Harden is he really loves to get off the ball. And, kudos for Donovan for, letting him play his game. And right now it's working. It's looking good. And I think these two guys will be good for each other because historically they're two great players, but they haven't been able to get it done in the postseason. So maybe now with them joining forces, they'll be able to get it done. But it's working. Everybody's touching the ball. James getting off the ball. He's getting the ball, he's getting the shots. And
right now, the Cleveland Cavaliers look like one of the most dangerous teams in the entire NBA, and the results back it up. They're stacking wins nonstop, knocking off teams like Sacramento, Denver, Washington, and Brooklyn with confidence. The pace is faster, the offense is clicking, and they're putting up big numbers against almost every opponent in their path.
No, the reason I think the Cavaliers are the best team, when I look at the Pistons, Cade Cunningham and Duran have to play great for them to win. When I look at this Cavaliers team, now with the addition of James Harden and Donovan, Mobley, Jared Allen, those guys, there's nobody has to play great.
This isn't some fluky hot streak. This is a team that understands exactly who it is and how it wants to play. Even before James Harden arrived, Cleveland was already a problem. They defended, they competed, and they had a closer in Donovan Mitchell. But now, it feels different, elevated, sharper. With Harden in the lineup, the offense has a new rhythm. Everything looks calmer, more controlled, yet somehow more explosive at the same time. His playmaking stretches the floor in ways Cleveland simply didn't have before. Defenses can't just trap Mitchell and call it a night anymore. If they overcommit, Harden picks them apart. If they hesitate, he scores himself. The chemistry is what really stands out. There's no awkward adjustment period, no ego tug-of-war. Just smart basketball and easy buckets. That's the scary part, how natural it looks. When you watch Harden with this younger roster, his experience jumps off the screen. He knows exactly when to slow things down and when to shift into another gear. There are moments where he sees a Mitchell backdoor cut or a Jared Allen rim run before the defense even reacts. One quick read, one precise pass, and it's over. Even after a missed shot, Harden wastes no time. He secures the rebound, pushes in transition, hits Dennis Schroeder on the wing, or finds Allen sprinting to the paint. Vintage Harden. Fast, calculated, unselfish, and always in control. 3.
The reason I prefer Cleveland, guys don't, and I think that's a huge advantage when your best players can have a bad game and you can still win.
The best teams in today's NBA don't just score. They hunt defensive stops, flip them into transition, and strike before the defense can even breathe. That's exactly what Cleveland has started to master. Every stop feels like the beginning of a fast break, and with James Harden orchestrating the flow, their transition game has gone from solid to lethal. Harden has essentially unlocked a higher speed system for this roster. When he runs a pick and roll with a floor spacer like Tyson, the defense is immediately under pressure. As soon as the screen is set, Harden snakes into position, keeping his defender on his hip and forcing the help defender into an impossible decision. Step up to protect the paint, and the shooter is left wide open. Stay home on the perimeter, and Harden glides into the lane or fires a laser pass to the corner. Either way, the defense loses. And when teams try to trap him high to get the ball out of his hands, Cleveland's bigs know the script. They don't hesitate. They slip the screen and dive straight into open space. With athletic 7-footers sprinting to the rim, Harden only needs a split second to thread the pass. The result is usually a clean finish at the basket or a defensive collapse that opens up another shooter. That's what makes this offense so efficient. Every read has a counter, and every counter leads to a high-quality look. What makes Harden even more dangerous in this system is the variety of screen setters around him. On one side, he has shooters who stretch the floor and force defenders to stay attached. On the other, he has mobile bigs like Evan Mobley who set quick, massive screens and roll with speed. That dual threat gives Harden total control of the tempo. He can slow the game down, dissect the coverage, then suddenly accelerate and slice through the defense when the gap appears. His role is simple in theory, but devastating in execution. Push the pace, read the defense, and exploit the weakest link on every possession. One smart read at a time, he breaks down entire defensive schemes. But the brilliance of this team doesn't stop with him. Donovan Mitchell brings a different kind of explosion to the same system. Like Harden, he thrives in early offense, attacking before defenses are fully set. When Mitchell pushes the ball up the floor, you can almost predict what's coming next. Jared Allen sprinting to the rim, wings filling the lanes, and defenders scrambling to recover. That chemistry in transition turns routine plays into automatic points. Off the ball, Mitchell might be even more dangerous now than before. With two true playmakers in Harden and Dennis Schroeder, he no longer has to initiate every possession. Instead, he can cut, relocate, and attack tilted defenses. A simple handoff to Schroeder, followed by a quick off-ball screen, can instantly get Mitchell matched against a weaker defender. From there, it's usually over in 1 or 2 moves. Sometimes Cleveland parks Mitchell in the corner, while Schroeder brings the ball up. Then Mobley steps in with a handoff screen, and suddenly Mitchell is catching the ball in rhythm with space to shoot. It looks effortless, but it's carefully structured chaos designed to generate easy scoring opportunities. The difference is clear. Mitchell isn't forced to dribble the air out of the ball anymore. He's receiving it in scoring pockets where his only job is to do what he does best, put the ball in the basket. Still, when he does take over as the primary ball handler, he's just as dangerous as ever. One hesitation, one burst, and defenders are spinning before they even realize what happened. The presence of Harden and Schroeder simply gives him fresher legs and better spacing, which makes his drives even harder to contain. Then there's the impact on the frontcourt, which might be the most underrated part of this transformation. Historically, big men thrive alongside Harden because of how well he manipulates pick and roll coverage. Cleveland is seeing that effect in real time. Jared Allen has been feasting, especially in transition and as a roll man. With defenses focused on stopping the guards, Allen is slipping into open lanes for easy dunks and high-percentage finishes. The faster pace, powered by Harden's playmaking and Schroeder's secondary creation, has completely unlocked Allen's offensive rhythm. Instead of forcing touches in crowded half-court sets, he's scoring naturally within the flow of the offense. Mobley benefits too, operating as a versatile screener, cutter, and defensive anchor who keeps the entire system balanced. This version of the Cavaliers isn't just talented, it's terrifyingly efficient. Every possession has structure, spacing, and multiple options, which makes their offense feel inevitable rather than random. What makes this rise even more fascinating is the context. Just last May, Cleveland looked like a team on the verge of something historic. 60-plus wins, elite defense, and the top seed in the Eastern Conference created massive expectations. Yet when the playoffs arrived, they fell short again, exiting in the second round and leaving questions about whether this core had truly hit its ceiling. For a franchise with only one championship, delivered during the era of LeBron James, the pressure to finally break through has always lingered. Regular season success alone was never going to be enough. Fast forward to now, and the narrative has completely shifted. The addition of a former MVP has changed not just the roster, but the mentality. A 12-2 stretch over their recent games, dominant offensive stretches, and career-level production from Donovan Mitchell signal something bigger than a simple hot run. This wasn't a desperate move. It was a calculated gamble to elevate a contender into a true powerhouse. Critics said the core had plateaued. Cleveland responded by doubling down on experience, playmaking, and offensive control. Now, the results are speaking loudly. The pace is faster. The offense is more organized. The late-game execution is sharper. And the confidence is unmistakable. The league can feel it. This isn't the same Cleveland team that quietly stacked wins in the regular season only to fade in the playoffs. This is a group that looks more mature, more dynamic, and far more dangerous on both ends of the floor. What once looked like a strong team is now starting to resemble a monster that has finally woken up. And this time, it doesn't look like they plan on going back to sleep.
Which is funny that James Harden at this stage of his career, the one thing there is durable. But he is a walking double-double. So we forget about, we know about the step back, we know about the long range shot, but his ability to find people for lobs and cuts to the basket is probably will make things easier for the Cavaliers than they've ever seen. And the most underrated part of this whole trade to me is Schroeder and Ellis. I think Schroeder, what he brings, he allows Donovan Mitchell to go out the game and James Harden to go to the 2. And then all of a sudden just be a spot shooter. So now he spreads the floor so Mobley and Allen can surface inside of the paint. So he'll spread the floor. You put Schroeder at the point and take Donovan out for 5 to 10 minutes, which you could not do at any point in the last 2 years as he's been a Cavalier.
But I think Donovan said it. James is, and Shaq touched on it. James is he's always been a great scorer. I said a couple years ago, everybody thought I was crazy. I'm not comparing him to Kobe and Michael, but he's probably with Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony.
Top 10 guy who ever touched the basketball.
No, as far as offensive scoring.